everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and today I want to talk about some reselling hacks that you need to know how to do if you're on Poshmark. These are things that are going to really make a big difference, and these are all things that I've actually seen people ask how to do, so I just figured I would put them in a video all together. These are things that I see on repeat, people asking, how do you do this? How do you do this? Is this possible? And so I just figured to put it all together, and hopefully this will help somebody out there. And I do have a lot of other reselling hack videos out there, so if you like this kind of video, definitely want to check out one of those other videos. I can link them below, but those are all really helpful as well. But let's get right into this one, because these are all great hacks that I think you definitely want to know how to do if you don't already. Okay, so recently I came across someone that said that they got this pop-up message that basically said that they've hit the max on the number of offers sent to a buyer, so they can't send another offer. And this happens when you send 3 consecutive offers where the buyer does not accept your offer. And this is just a kind of like a thing to protect the buyer so you don't just get spammed with a bunch of offers. But actually how you can go around this, say they have since liked new items in your closet or something like that, you can actually get around this message by removing the items from your bundle. Even if you had one item and you want to bundle them, just remove anything that was currently in their bundle and then re-add it to the bundle, and you will be able to send an offer again. And again, you will have 3 offers that you can send on a new item before you'll get that pop-up again. But again, if you're sending that many offers, you probably, shouldn't, because they're probably not interested. But sometimes they either miss the first offer or they want to bundle things, so this actually is really beneficial to be able to use because sometimes it actually works in your favor. But definitely don't go overboard and don't spam them, because nobody really wants that. Okay, so the next thing that I've seen a lot of people asking how to do is canceling an active offer. So this could be that you had an offer that you sent out that you needed to cancel for whatever reason, whether that you sent the wrong offer out, whether you sold it on another platform, or whether you just can't really find the item and you don't know what to do. You can actually cancel the offer, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. It's not really obvious. So how you go about doing this, it's kind of a roundabout way, but it works every single time, is you change the size of the item. Now, even if the item is one size and you kind of use the default, you can just type in NA, you could type in anything, and it will still work. And so all you do is change the size, all the active offers will go away, and then you just basically change the size back to what it was, and then you can resend your offers. Now, keep in mind, if you do this, you're not going to be able to offer that same price again to any of those likers. So if by chance you find the item or something like that, using the offers to likers, you're not going to be able to send that same offer because it's going to say you've already sent that offer. So you'll have to send it through the bundle if you want to send that exact offer, or you'll have to lower the price and send a new offer through the bundle, which will have to be lower, 10% lower than your initial offer. Okay, so the next item is something I talk about in every video, and it's so important to do, is to relist your items, but a lot of people don't actually understand what that means and how you do that. So it's not as simply as just, making a new listing or something. And so what it means to relist is to copy the listing. So there's a copy listing button. So if you go into the listing and you click on edit listing, there will be a copy listing button. And so you press on this, and then it will generate a whole new listing with the current listing, and it'll put copy in the title. So you just remove copy from the title. And again, this only is beneficial if you do it after that 60-day period, because copy listing is making a duplicate of your listing, but it's only going to work and make it a fresh listing if you do it after 60 days of it being listed. So you want to either keep track of that or just know when it's been, that amount of time. But that is how you copy and relist an item. And like I said, relisting is so important. I do it every single day, and I think it's so important to do it every single day. And for those people that aren't making consistent sales daily and they're wondering why, it's probably because they're not relisting daily, along with listing, along with sharing, all of that. These are so important to do. So I really recommend trying this out if you don't already. Obviously, if you have a VA, you don't have to worry about this. I use Posture VA. I don't really have to worry about relisting because it does it for me, and I know a lot of people have that too. And now Posture VA actually has a feature where it doesn't even have to be older than 60 days because it just basically makes an entirely new listing from it. So that's actually really beneficial, especially if you want to relist something else. But for those of you that don't have a VA, this is how you would relist your item. You use the copy listing button, and so you don't have to take the screenshots to basically make an entire new listing out of it. Okay, so this next tip is actually for if you do live shows, and I know a lot of people have been, doing live shows, doing silent shows, and they come across an issue where they get like someone spamming them in their chat, or they get someone that's saying inappropriate things, or just, whatever the case may be. And at first I didn't really know how to go around this, and I didn't know how to like handle it, but I actually since have realized after trial and error, basically if you click on their name, like you force press on it, it'll give you a pop-up menu and it'll say like, report for whatever. So you can report a spam, harassment, whatever you want. And when you do this, it'll actually give you the option to clear the chat, which I actually think is a great feature because then all the other people in your show are not going to see those messages and they're not going to get confused by it. And I actually think it allows them to not comment again. I'm not really 100% sure on that, but I know that all their messages would disappear, which would actually be really good. So if you ever have someone in your show that's, commenting a bunch of spam or whatever, acting weird, then just report their message as spam, and then it'll ask you to clear the chat, and you can clear the chat. And I think this is a great feature that a lot of people don't know about, but it could actually be really helpful if you're doing a show. Okay, and the final hack I want to talk about in this video is actually something that will get you to a Posh ambassador. So a lot of people know that there are certain requirements that you have to do to become a Posh ambassador, and a lot of those things are very obvious and very easy to do, such as sharing and making sales and keeping an average ship time and, an average rating, all that. But there is one criteria that a lot of people don't actually know what it means, especially when they're starting out and becoming an ambassador. And basically it is a love note. You have to give a love note. So a lot of people don't know like what that means and how to do that. So basically what this is just you rating a purchase. So actually to become a Posh ambassador, you have to have purchased at least one thing on Poshmark and given it a love note. And a love note is basically you giving it a 4 or 5 star rating and then writing something that basically says that you liked it or whatever. And so unfortunately they make this so you can't just be like a full-time seller. You have to also at least purchase one thing. So actually when I was becoming a Posh ambassador, I actually purchased something, and now I've actually purchased a lot more, even though that wasn't really my intention. And so it's really easy to do actually, but you have to do this one thing to at least become an ambassador. But a lot of people don't know that, and they don't even understand, what a love note is, because it's a little bit bizarre. But all it is basically you just giving someone a positive rating on an order that you have placed. Okay, so I hope this video helped you understand a little bit more on these different things that you could do on Poshmark. These are things that, again, I see everyone asking daily about these different topics, and so I just figured if I made a video and put these all together, maybe it would help somebody out. And these are all things that like don't get talked about enough. Poshmark doesn't really talk about either that much. And so I just figured if I put them together, maybe, somebody can help and learn from them. So if you want to see another video on different reselling hacks that I have, like I said, I have a bunch of different videos on this. I will link 2 right here. These are also filled with great tips and tricks on different things you could do as a reseller to, further your business and have more success. But until next time, I will see you then.